Hi, hello, and in today's video, I will be redesigning more of the Equestria girls. As you can see, I did Twilight. I will leave that up in the iCard. I also redesigned the actual ponies, which is where I got Applejack from, because I did redesign the actual pony Applejack and not the Equestria girl Applejack, and yes, those are different things. I watched a whole video summarizing all the movies for me, so now I know. But I just translated this over. It's the same as Twilight. I had a lot more thought put into Applejack's design than Twilight's. I took from my own history for it. I have more of explaining why she's Hispanic now. But to sum it up, I was like, oh, apple farmer. And I was thinking about my own family history. And one of my grandfathers came to America and started out as someone who'd pick fruit and traveled around. And so I ended up going, why not that? Why doesn't she do that? That's pretty neat. And yeah, I think the best characters come from like taking from your own culture. I just thought it was neat that it was something more relatable to me. Please do not start a fight in the comments. It's deep, but it's not deep enough to go to war over. I do not work for Hasbro. This is not an official redesign. This is just me. I will say this again twice for the next redesign, because I feel like there's also going to be pitchforks thrown at me. But that for Applejack. For another thing for Applejack is I wanted to keep the whole Western sort of deal, and her redesign for Equestria Girls is not that atrocious. But I gave her an actual Western shirt because might as well lean completely into this, into the cowgirl aesthetic instead of just a t-shirt. I also made the cutie marks more dramatic to where they actually go down the legs so that you can actually see them on a humanoid without there being like a ridiculous amount of skin to be like shown. Not saying that skin showing is ridiculous, but for this case, if she was wearing situational ridiculous. For that sake. Another thing is, if you haven't seen my other videos, I did not make them fully human. They are like a race of horse human people. I thought this would look, this felt better because they're humans, but they don't have human skin tones, which bothers me. I don't know why it bothers me. It's also a world without magic, but people can have pink and blue skin, and that will forever. Anyway, I wanted to keep the magic, and I wanted to keep it. I literally just wanted to go, okay, these are horse people, and this is their horse world where they're horse people, and they walk on two legs, and they have hands, and they have society. I thought about putting it back in time so that you could have a whole Hogwarts situation, but I don't have the time nor the energy to rewrite all of that, at least at the moment, mentally. Not today. These will probably be my next few videos coming out because I have pre-sketched majority of the characters. I've pre-sketched a majority of the main 6 and Sunset Shimmer. So that will be a video. Those will be videos that come out. I can't say they'll be in consecutive order, like one and another, but they will be coming out. That will be a video. That's a video plan I do have. But yeah, back onto Applejack. I did just translate the pony design into a humanoid. I color picked directly, and you'll see this with Pinkie Pie. I color picked directly from the ponies because the humans, they lighten the skin tone, and I think it looks weird. I don't know why they did this. It was a poor decision. So I took directly from my pony. Even then, I kind of changed her colors. But yeah, for Applejack, she's based off of one of those, I think it was a Clydesdale horse. I did research for horses for that. And I wanted her build to be more stocky. I also wanted Earth ponies to just be more stocky in general compared to unicorns and Pegasus. For the Pegasus, I did want to think more about their anatomy. For unicorns don't need strength, so they're lanky and they're skinny and they're tall, so because they don't need their strength because they use their horns. For Earth ponies, they do need their strength, so they're a little bit shorter and they're a little bit more stocky and a little bit more muscular. For Pegasus, I wanted them to be even more lighter than a unicorn because I wanted them to look more like a bird hybrid, if that makes any sort of sense, and for them to be smaller, maybe lankier depending on like body types, and hollow bones, so even with magic they're also still light enough to float and fly pretty easily. I thought that would work out the best with all of them, so I'm still working on Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash, because I have to figure out how I'm going to do that with humanoid. Another thing about these is I designed these. Why don't they have digigrade legs? I hear you scream from the back. I said this in my Twilight video, but in case you guys did not see that one, which all that will be in the iCard, same thing with both pony videos, is these are more for me to redesign what the theoretical fashion dolls would look like rather than what a show would be. I think about realistic and unrealistic things, but that's more of like a me thing. But I do think that that's why they're like that, because I don't think a toy line doll would have digigrade legs, and so that was my compromise, so that they still look like horse people. For another thing for Applejack, I do not remember what it's called anymore, but she does have the little ribbons braided into her hair because they're super cute. Again, the sombrero she had in the drawing, along with everything else. I literally just translated the pony design over, which is why I don't have much to say. For Pinkie Pie, though, I have a lot to say because I had so much trouble capturing Pinkie Pie's Pinkie Pie-ness. If you can see this, you'll see the screen is actually blank for a while because I sat there staring at it for probably an hour. And then I finally was like, let me paste in this Pinkie Pie design. And then I was like, man, I hate that. Is there something about the full body unitard? I think is what it is. Or it's a white shirt and white leggings. There's something about the shoes that should have her toes out and don't. The tutu's fine. The tutu's actually perfect. It is just literally the shoes, the leggings, stockings, and the top that just bother me. The hair is good too. I went over the skin tone being way too light for no reason when they're just taking the pony skin color, so they might as well just take the normal pony skin colors. But it bothered me. It just bothered me. Those shoes bothered me. And the silhouette is just not right to me. I don't know. This outfit is not that funky, fun, fresh for me. So I took my pony logic, and because Pinkie Pie is an earth pony, I made her an earth pony. And for this, I wanted to make her more on the plus sized, and I usually end up adoring those redesigns, so I followed in their inspiration. Also to add in some body diversity, because I know playline dolls and toys don't usually have body diversity, but if there can be a bigger Barbie, there can be a bigger fashion doll. I can think in this theoretical perfect world of these dolls existing. And then for Pinkie Pie, I drew out her body without any clothes because I couldn't figure out what kind of clothes I wanted. I was looking on Pinterest and I was like, no, and then I was like, oh yeah, clowncore. It was the answer was right in front of me. I found a sweater. I didn't copy it directly, but it's very similar. It had clouds on the sleeves and a party hat in the middle. I changed it to a party hat because she's a party planner and loves parties. The next thing I did is I decided to give her these big, silly, to me, they look like, the shape reminds me more of boho style pants, but they're supposed to be like clown pants because she's all silly. I love the pants. With the sweater plus the pants, I had a ball redesigning her, and I think it'd be cute to have her in that whole little outfit. As I was lining this, I was like, damn, what am I going to color this? The answer was really easy. I just didn't know what it was at that point, which was just use the color palette from her cutie mark and it'll look great. But we'll get there. Yeah, for her hair, I decided to make it more kinky, curly, coily, because I also, whenever I see humanized versions of Pinkie Pie, I also lean towards her being more African American. I like those designs a lot more. I think it makes a lot more sense with her hair. I don't know. Don't pitchfork me. So I tried to give her, to the best of my ability, more kinky, coily hair for this sketch. I'm a lot better at rendering it than I am just sketching it, if that makes sense, because with a sketch there's not as much definition. But I wanted to add sprinkles into her hair because I feel like that was just super cute. And she was supposed to have sprinkles across her whole body, but I decided to contain it to the cutie mark, and I wanted the cutie mark to go down her whole leg so you could see it on her hoof even with the pants. I was trying not to cover up the cutie marks with any of these designs, but this one, I couldn't think of good bottoms, and the pants were just so amazing, and like, they would floof around like a circus tent blowing in the wind when she walked, and I was like, that's amazing. That's what Pinkie Pie does. So yeah, for the pants, you'll see when I'm done coloring them, I won't add in line art for them, and I'll just color them in. That just, in my art style at least, I prefer to do that, even though it might have been easier for me to color. So yeah, like I said earlier, I directly color picked from the pony because for all I'm concerned, that's the correct colors. Same thing with the cutie marks. If I didn't have a pony version, this resembles a lot more of actual Pinkie Pie because I don't have a pony redesign that I wanted to do, because originally I wanted to go through all the ponies and then do the Equestria girls, but I couldn't help it. I love dolls and I couldn't help it. I just had to skip to the more fun part for me, which was dolls. But yeah, for the top, I just took the blue and the yellow from the color palette and I just did it. Same thing with the pants. I adore the pants. I think she's super cute, and I wanted to make sure her color palette was pretty cohesive, and it worked. She looks amazing, and it's not all pink either, where it would be too much, and I think it adds enough of her cutie mark colors to highlight, and I think it looks really nice. And also, if you look in Applejack and Pinkie Pie's eyes, you'll see I added little heart, or for Applejack has apples and then Pinkie Pie has balloons, because I wanted earth ponies to still have some sort of magical element to them in this world, and that is what I decided was going to be. That is that they have their mark in their pupils, and the other ponies don't have that to make them special or especially. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for watching. I was scrambled for this video. I wish I was supposed to do way more, but school kind of kicked my butt and stuff, so I wanted to thank you guys. I don't want to mention Vesper too much, which, if you don't know who Vesper is, my last video, I made a video because I'm making commissions because she's very sick. She is still very sick. I have my commissions open. I owe a lot of money to the vet. Anything helps. Even just sharing my Ko-fi, or if someone goes, man, I really need someone to draw me a profile picture, please. It can even be a commission. Send it to me. Talk to me. I will do 3 cartwheels and a backflip. That is how needy right now I am, and I don't want to beg, but it would be very nice for you guys if you shared it, because I understand not everyone has money. I don't even have money to commission somebody, but sharing it, saying, hey, look, this person has commissions. Hey, wow, this is really cool. And for those of you who have commissioned me already, thank you. You are amazing, and I really appreciate you. This is not me saying, oh, that doesn't matter. I'm just saying I need way more. I'm like a lot, and even with me working more. Anyway, that's me getting off track. Thank you guys for watching this video. I had a lot of fun doing this, making these theoretical dolls and thinking about how they would be made. In my mind, I was having a great time doing that. It was a nice stress reliever from all the other stuff I've had to do over the past 2 weeks. But yeah, I wanted to thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you, and again, the commissions, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.